Alright guys, now I've only made a couple small mods to this, and what I did is on the rear axles, since the front doesn't need it since it's designed a little bit different, the way that WPL designs all of their axles, their plastic axles, is they only have screws. Let me see if I can sit this down right here. They only have screws holding together in the center, so and just right here it kind of clamps it, but on the very ends they're kind of just held together with nothing really. So whenever this thing would like need a lot of torque, that was splitting apart on me, and which was causing it to lose a lot of torque. It was coming apart, and I'd eventually pick up torque, but I was losing a lot. All four of these these edges right here, the ends of these axles were coming apart, and that's only because there's really nothing holding them together except for the screws closer to the center. So when it was really twisting and needing torque, that's when it would pop apart. So what I did is I used the smallest size little zip ties that I had, and I just wrapped each one up and used a pair of pliers and pulled them as tight as I can get them, and just cut off the slack. And I made sure that the part where I cut is facing towards the top, so it's not towards the bottom, so they wouldn't get hung on anything. And I don't think it'd get hung anyway, it's so close to the tire. But regardless, that gave me like full-on torque again, and it's working excellent. And also it did come with these metal drive shafts. They came separate. It came with plastic ones on it, but these metal ones came in a little bag with the RC in the box, so I made sure I installed those. But what you want to do is make sure you put blue Loctite on each one of the set screws so they don't come loose, because they will definitely come loose on you. But once you put that Loctite on there and you let it set overnight, you're pretty much set. And what WPL did with this one is they made sure they did counter rotating drive shafts. So it's counter rotating there and here. And what that allows is no torque twist now, and it doesn't have that issue where like the center axle was I noticed a lot of people were saying it was twisting and just popping up a lot and getting hung. I don't have that issue with this one. It's running really good, and they flex really nice. And even just with those leaf springs, they are working really good. You see how smooth they flex. I really love this setup. It's excellent for the money. This thing is so fun, and with that little mod alone, man, it just took care of any issue I had with it. That, and also I added a T-plug for the battery. Look how big the battery tray is. So it comes with a little like 500 milliamp hour lithium ion, and it comes with that little black 4-pin plug that WPL likes to use. Well, I cut that off, and I added my own T-plug, and I made sure I put heat shrink on it. So now I have a 3300 15C lithium ion battery, and that's plenty. You can use lipos if you want, if you don't have lithium ion, but I will put a link where you can get 2 of these on Amazon, and the charger. The charger has 2 slots to charge them both at the same time, or you can charge one at a time. It doesn't matter, but I'll make sure I put a link in the description there for the batteries, and they fit in there just perfect. And it's heavier than the stock 500 milliamp hour. Of course, it's larger, but which also gives more front weight above the front axles, and it definitely does help. But you see how well this thing performs. I didn't do anything else. I just added the decals, and that was about it. Of course, I added a driver, and it is Princess Leia. And she's dressed in her camouflage like kind of setup there, and I thought that was really fitting, and she fits in there perfect. So but regardless, this is just an excellent RC, and I still have of course I have the trailer that hooks to this. It's really neat because you can just back right up into it without touching anything, and it'll lock itself. And this is all it moves and stuff, so it'll find its right position. And these each have like a little wheel on it, so whenever that trailer turns, it uses these wheels to help make a smoother turn. It's really, really awesome. And whenever you want to unhook the trailer, you just pull this pin right here. It's spring loaded, and it just releases it. So really, really awesome. I'm still waiting on the tank. I haven't ordered it yet. Once I order that tank and stuff, or I might put my tank on there. I have a 16 scale, the JJRC tank. I might do a video and just drive it up on there and pull it around, because the trailer will haul any kind of smaller RC. So but this video, I just wanted to show you that mod I did to the axles, and just show you how capable this thing is. Man, it's really, really awesome for a fun trail truck. This to me has been the most impressive performing RC that WPL has come for a ready to run. This thing, having that extra axle really does help it along, help it push it up over stuff. And when I get in a tight spot, I just give it, you know, sometimes I got to back it up just a little bit and give it a little bit more throttle, and that rear axle will really take it up and over. I was thinking about I have a spare 370 single gear transmission. It's a WPL that will fit right on this. It bolts right on. But this is a 280. This is a stock setup, but as you can see, it has a nice low speed control. It's not bad at all. And I can really just kind of creep along pretty well. And I know the 370 has a little bit more torque, so I might roll with it and just put that on there since it is a spare one. But you know, this whole run was the stock motor, and it is the 280. Like I said, it's a single gear, but it has a nice low speed control, and it has a nice bit of power. So you know, you be the judge of that. You really don't have to change it out. I would say the most people would be pretty satisfied with the way it runs. But anyway, I probably will end up changing it to that 370 eventually, and just testing it out and see the differences. Like I said, I know it'll pick up a little bit more torque, but not much. I mean, this thing is really running really good. So the only time will tell. I'm still going to run it with this 280 for a while. But all right, if you got any questions about this RC, hit me up in the comment section. Hope you guys enjoyed this run. If you did, hit that like button. Hope you guys are all doing well, and as always, thank you for everything.